Hello and welcome to our presentation on introducing solids to your baby with cow's milk protein allergy. My name is Rachel Strang. I'm one of the paediatric dietitians at Lancashire Teaching Hospitals. Usually we would deliver this presentation as part of a group session, so we're sorry we're unable to meet you face to face at the moment. We do hope that the slides are helpful, but if you have questions or queries after viewing them, then please do get in touch with us. Our contact telephone number is 01772 522504, or you can contact us by email at the address on the slide. These are the topics that we're hoping to cover during the presentation. So an introduction to what cow's milk protein allergy is and how it might be diagnosed, and how this differs from lactose intolerance, how cow's milk protein allergy is treated, things to look for on food labels, and how you can introduce solids without cow's milk into your baby's diet. There is some discussion about other possible allergenic foods, cow's milk protein free alternative products, and then if you require advice about reintroducing cow's milk back into the diet, you may be signposted to a separate presentation, or you may need to come and see us in clinic, or possibly have no telephone contact with a dietitian. There's also some information about meeting calcium requirements, and you should receive some written information through the post about this as well. So cow's milk protein allergy is a condition where the body's immune system reacts to some of the proteins found in cow's milk. It is fairly common within children, affecting up to 5% of children. There are two different types of cow's milk protein allergy. The vast majority of children that we see who are allergic to cow's milk have a non-IgE mediated allergy. This is where the reaction is delayed, so usually appearing several hours or maybe a day or two later than the milk consumption. Some children do have a more immediate reaction, and this is usually termed IgE mediated, where the symptoms appear either while the milk is being drunk or within a few minutes afterwards. Babies with cow's milk protein allergy can present with different symptoms. Because most babies have non-IgE mediated allergies, then the most common ones that we tend to see are gastrointestinal problems, which can be diarrhea, sometimes constipation, abdominal discomfort, maybe some vomiting, sometimes changes to stools that can include small amounts of blood or mucus. They can also have skin reactions such as rashes and dry skin. If your baby is experiencing the symptoms at the bottom of the slide, particularly swelling of the face, eyes, lips, and any involvement with their breathing, and then do get in touch if this has not already been discussed with a healthcare professional. Reflux is quite a common problem for babies, and it can be associated with cow's milk protein allergy, or it can be a separate problem on its own. There are some measures suggested on the UNICEF Baby Friendly page for managing reflux, which may be helpful to you if you find that your baby is experiencing this. It's worth mentioning lactose intolerance and how this differs from cow's milk protein allergy. Lactose intolerance is where somebody does not digest the lactose, which is the natural sugar present in cow's milk. This can cause similar symptoms, particularly diarrhea and abdominal discomfort, but is less common than cow's milk protein allergy in babies. There are commercial products available for children with lactose intolerance. There's a picture of some of them on the slide here, but these would not be suitable for babies with cow's milk protein allergy because the protein is the same as in a standard dairy product. For most babies with cow's milk protein allergy, there's no specific test that is needed to confirm the diagnosis. The diagnosis is made after excluding cow's milk protein, finding that the problems disappear, and then reintroducing the cow's milk protein and finding that the problems come back. For the small number of children that do experience IgE-mediated reactions, then this can be confirmed either by a skin prick test or by doing a blood test to confirm antibodies to the proteins in cow's milk. It's important to know that most babies with cow's milk protein allergy will grow out of this. Some of them before their first birthday, the vast majority of them before they're 3. There are a small minority of babies who will have a longer term allergy or may not be able to tolerate unlimited amounts of dairy products, but this is very uncommon. The initial stage of treating a baby with cow's milk protein allergy involves completely avoiding any sources of cow's milk. This also includes avoiding milk from other animals such as sheep, goat and buffalo, as the proteins in these milks are very similar to those in cow's milk, so a baby with a cow's milk protein allergy is likely to react to these milks as well. For babies under 12 months of age, their main drink should always be breast milk or a suitable milk formula, which for babies with allergies will be extensively hydrolyzed, or an amino acid formula, which will be received on prescription via their GP. If you are breastfeeding your baby and including cow's milk protein within your own diet, then there will be a very small transfer of the protein into your breast milk. For most babies, this does not cause a problem, and therefore we would encourage you to continue to include dairy foods within your own diet wherever possible. If your baby does seem to be reacting to the small amount of cow's milk protein within breast milk, then you may also need to begin a cow's milk protein-free diet in addition to providing milk-free solids to your baby. If you require further advice regarding this, then please do contact us. You should always ensure that your own diet includes adequate amounts of calcium. More information regarding this is provided later. This slide shows some of the different prescription formula milks that are available for children with cow's milk protein allergy. If you have any concerns about the formula that you're using, then please do get in touch and we can discuss this. The current laws on food labelling mean that pre-packaged foods should have allergens such as milk highlighted in the ingredients list, so this is the best place to check if there are any milk containing ingredients. If you're purchasing food when eating out, or from a food counter for example, then the staff should be able to advise you on whether there is any milk containing ingredients within this. It can sometimes be surprising which foods contain milk, so it's important to check all food labels, including those of free from products, which may be free from other allergens but still include milk. The logo at the bottom of this slide is for the Food Maestro app, which is a reliable source of information about foods free from allergens, and you may find this useful. We often use the term weaning to refer to introducing solid foods to babies. For babies with cow's milk protein allergy, this should occur around 6 months, as for any other baby. First stage weaning foods are likely to be fruits or vegetables, which can be mashed or pureed, or if the baby is able to manage them, can be given as finger foods. If you're using foods like baby rice or porridge, please do check the labels and make sure that these are free from any cow's milk. And baby's usual milk, which can be breast milk or their prescribed formula milk, can be mixed into food if this is useful. There are more suggestions for further foods to introduce to your baby on the next 2 slides, and you will find more detailed information in the booklet that was sent to you by post. Parents do often ask us whether they should hold back on introduction of other common allergenic foods when their baby does already have a milk allergy. This includes foods such as egg, wheat, peanuts and tree nuts, fish and soya. Our advice is that we should introduce these to babies once they start introduction of other solid foods, so from around 6 months of age. As we mentioned earlier, for babies up to 12 months of age, we would always recommend breast milk or a suitable formula as their main drink. However, it is possible to use some of the dairy substitute products that you can see in the supermarket within solid foods from 6 months of age. It's important to check that these have calcium added to them, so usually this will be for most products except those that are labelled as organic. From 12 months of age, these can also be used as a drink, but you may wish to discuss this with your dietitian if you are concerned about your child's growth or the range of foods that they are accepting. We also advise that rice milk is not used as a main drink for small children. This is due to its naturally occurring arsenic content. With the recent increase in the popularity of vegan diets, we have found that there have been more cow's milk-free alternative products available in the supermarkets. For babies, we would usually recommend a full fat spread where this is available, for example Pure, Flora or a supermarket own brand. If you are unable to find these, then Vitalite would be a suitable alternative. Many supermarkets also offer milk-free alternatives to cheese, yogurts and other desserts such as ice cream and custard. Some of these might contribute towards your child's calcium intake, so you can check the label for this and compare to the written information that you've received through the post regarding calcium requirements. For anybody following a milk-free diet, it's important to ensure that they are receiving adequate calcium from other sources. Breastfeeding mums in particular have a very high calcium requirement and are likely to require a calcium supplement. Calcium requirements change with age, and you should have received information about requirements within the pack of information you received through the post. If you have any concerns about this, please do contact us to discuss it. The Department of Health recommends that all breastfed babies receive a daily supplement of vitamin D, and that all children who are 6 months to 5 years of age and are drinking less than 500 ml of formula milk per day should receive a vitamin supplement containing vitamins A, C and D. The level of vitamin D recommended is 10 micrograms per day. We can provide some help and support regarding breastfeeding. You can also contact your health visitor or the FAB team who can offer some peer support. Their contact details are on this slide. The National Breastfeeding Helpline may also be able to help. You can find more reliable information about allergies online from Allergy UK, NHS Choices and the British Dietetic Association, and you may also find the Food Maestro app helpful for sourcing suitable foods. Many of the manufacturers of dairy-free products will also provide information and recipe ideas on their websites, which you may find helpful. We hope that this presentation has been useful, and again I would encourage you to contact us if you have further questions or queries that have not been answered, or if you're worried about your child's progress.